Now a Nightside, a Spokane family wins a free van. Why it'll be a lifeline for them and their 7 kids.
Well, the rain and snow is wrapping up, and now the roads are getting icy. I'll let you know what to expect for the busy holiday weekend in your First Alert forecast.
Collisions on Snoqualmie Pass, the hurdles you might face if you're driving across the state for the holidays. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks so much for staying up with us. I'm Derek Dice. Snoqualmie Pass is back open, but just a few hours ago, it was closed in both directions due to multiple collisions. The freeway is covered in snow and slush, and chains are required for any cars that are not all-wheel drive. Now, of course, lots of families hit the road today. Erica Zuko caught up with a few of them during a quick pit stop along the way on I-90. Take a look.
After a quick pit stop with these pups, the Cronquists are hitting the road for the holidays.
We're heading over to see Grandma in Missoula.
But before they went dashing through the snow, they made sure their trip would be safe.
I think if you do a little bit of prep work ahead of time, knowing what you're going to get into, you can avoid a lot of the big problems. And like you said, chains are good to have, and traction tires, and just know to go at the right time.
WSDOT says up to 6 inches of snow could fall today, a welcome sight for scientists who track snowpack, skiers, and families open to letting it snow.
We're trying to get a white Christmas.
But enough to cause problems for drivers who don't prepare. Tonight at the pass, snow's the concern. Tomorrow will be drier, but expect freezing conditions and watch for ice. Christmas Eve will be dry, and Christmas Day could bring more snow. Even where roads aren't snowpacked, they may be busier than normal, meaning caution is crucial, especially when it's hard to see.
It was really heavy rain, and we had to put our windshield on high. And then we accidentally went over there to the ski area. Then we came back here, and it's snowing here.
If you can, check our forecasts and choose a time to drive when the weather is good to avoid the worst roads altogether.
I've had to put chains on before, and I got one of those aqua sock things to put on the wheels because chains are not fun.
They ask everyone to take it slow to make it safely to holiday celebrations or whatever leads you to these roads.
Get together with our family. My mom is 90, going on 92. So this is going to be a 4th-generation Christmas.
You know, it's not too bad, but I am a little bit anxious just about the number of people that are here.
From Spokane International to SeaTac and from LAX to LaGuardia, airports have been packed with people trying to get to grandma's house or just home for the holidays. While it is crowded, flights have been able to reach their destinations with few issues. It's a much different story from last year when thousands of flights were canceled, leaving people stranded all over the country. And that smooth sailing in the skies is largely thanks to the cooperation of the weather this year, right, Chris?
Yes, been fairly quiet nationally. Locally, I think the most drama of the weekend is now behind us. We have just a little bit of wet weather left around the Coeur d'Alene area down through St. Mary's, but it is very light and falling in the form of mostly some light drizzle, a little bit of snow mixed in around Coeur d'Alene. We will be drying out later this evening and staying dry through the weekend. Temperatures right now, we've actually increased from earlier today when the rain and snow was in full force. We're back up in the mid-30s at the airport in Spokane. It's 35 in Coeur d'Alene right now, 34 in Deer Park. We had a lot more temperatures right at freezing in the midst of the wet weather this evening. However, our roads across the region have dropped below freezing, and all of those wet roads, all of those slushy roads in spots are going to be turning icy. So as you head out for those early morning trips to the grocery store or whatever sort of adventures you're up to, keep in mind that wet roads, parking lots, sidewalks are all likely going to be ice. Here's a look now at your Saturday planner. It should be a pretty day. Partly cloudy skies to start the day and then mostly sunny in the afternoon. It's a shame our sun sets at 4 o'clock. We won't have long to enjoy it. A high temperature of 33 is exactly average. I'll be back with the rest of your weekend forecast, plus tell you about the wet weather on the way for next week in just a few minutes.
The Ralphel family, congratulations.
Thank you.
Of course, our pleasure.
In the spirit of the holiday, a heartwarming moment tonight in North Spokane. Each year, Arata's Mitsubishi gives away a van loaded with gifts. And the Ralpho family was one of the 5 families in need who were nominated. You're watching their emotional reaction when they found out they won. The Ralphos have 7 children, including a set of 18-month-old triplets who are constantly traveling to and from Seattle to receive medical care. But they do so in a car that consistently breaks down. So this new van is a lifeline for their family.
It's pretty emotional, yeah. Like it's the struggle that we were dealing with our kids and our car that kept breaking down. Just to be able to, it was kind of like a sense of relief.
And the family wasted no time getting a feel for their new ride with smiles all around, not just for the Ralphos, but for the family who nominated them.
I took a deep breath and I touched her leg. I said, I'm telling you right now, if they say your name, I'm going to start crying. And sure enough, I started bawling like a baby.
Jill and Tom Jenkins met the Ralpho family through their children's gymnastics and became very close. The Jenkins tell us the Ralphos are family to them at this point, and they're very deserving to have the keys to that van. Well, shoplifting in Spokane is a growing issue, and local businesses say they're fed up trying to deter thieves on their own. To try to curb these thefts, Spokane Police Department conducts sting operations near major shoplifting hubs. They do these multiple times throughout the year. Anywhere from 15 to 20 undercover detectives will coordinate with local stores and loss prevention to catch thieves before they have a chance to get away. 4 News Now rode along with Sergeant Brian Eckersley from SPD to see what police experience firsthand. And within minutes, security had detained a woman shoplifting at Dollar General on Division in North Spokane. And she was far from the only shoplifter police caught today.
Yeah, the north side's more busy just because it's a more target-rich environment, right? There's a lot more stores in the shopping areas.
Sergeant Eckersley says it's essential that businesses communicate with one another about thieves and keep police informed so they can stop these thefts from happening.
I know exactly, not exactly, but, I kind of know what he feels, and I know he wants to be out there competing as well. And, your opportunities come when they come, and you got to be ready for them. And I think he did a great job being ready.
Gino had a terrific week, like I said. He looked great. As good a Friday as I can remember for a quarterback. It was really sharp. He got a little. He can tell that he's because he laid off a little bit. He's spunky and strong, and he's in good shape and moving around great. So you could tell.
Now, currently, the Seahawks have about a 47% chance to make the playoffs. But if they beat Tennessee on Sunday, that number goes up to around 64%, with still 2 more very winnable games on the schedule. Derek, I'll send it back over to you.
64% doesn't sound too bad. All right, a Spokane doctor makes a major scientific breakthrough. And in Everett, a family of 6 is alive this Christmas thanks to the calm, quick thinking of a 10-year-old boy. That's coming up after the break.
We have had so many beautiful sunsets in December. Here's another one from Angela Ross at 9 Mile. Boy, a lot of fire in that sunset. Absolutely beautiful. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
I was only planning to jingle some of the way tonight, but now I think I might be jingling all the way for you.
It's never too early for late night cheer.
How satisfied are you with your visit with us?
I'm not satisfied.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
Right now at Foothills Mazda, get 0% financing for 5 years and 0 down payment with approved credit on the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5. Shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Hi, it's me, Anthony Sullivan.
And yes, you've actually caught me at home relaxing, because life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with American Residential Warranty. You won't believe what ARW covers. Heating and air conditioning, washers and dryers, kitchen appliances, plumbing, water heaters, electrical systems, flat screens and laptops, even pools and spas, and so much more. Call American Residential Warranty. They'll get you covered.
1-800-219-4161.
Ford News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
All right, welcome back to Nightside. Chris, I swear, as I was driving around this evening, it seemed like it was trying to snow, right? It was almost like a rain-snow type of mix.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that tonight, that little bit of a rain-snow mix. Never really could get going here in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It mounted to 0.12 of an inch of precipitation. Did have some snow out on the West Plains where this measurement was taken, though. I should say they had about, well, a little over a ½ inch of accumulation out by the Air Force Base. There were numerous locations where on the grassy surfaces there was some accumulation. Deer Park, in the Cheney area, down around Spangle. Down here in downtown, it was non-accumulating snow, but it was 0.12 out at the airport. We're not going to reach our year-to-date total by the end of the year, but we made a good run at it in December, that is for sure. 36 was our high today, compares to an average high of 33. We're past the solstice, 4:01 our sunset time. We're out of the 3 o'clock hour. We are going to be dropping down below freezing tonight. Icy roads. In fact, we're already getting some spots where that ice is showing up. Otherwise, quiet weekend weather. Should get some sunshine on Saturday and again on Sunday. And then we'll be back to the rain-snow routine next week after Christmas. Here's a look at our forecast radar starting off Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. And you'll see some low clouds, a little bit of fog, some clouds around extreme eastern Washington and parts of the central panhandle. But that will be clearing through the morning. Will be dry across the region by the afternoon. By sunset, we'll be absolutely clear. That's going to allow our temperature to drop down into the lower 20s by Christmas Eve morning. We have high pressure taking over for the weekend here Saturday at 4 o'clock in a bit of a northwesterly flow. So we'll keep our temperatures down around freezing, which is average. Now, this was our little bit of hope for a white Christmas, this cold front approaching, but look what happens as it runs into this ridge of high pressure. Here's 3 o'clock on Sunday, still looks good, but then it just fizzles out. So I don't think we're gonna see anything out of that system heading into a very quiet Christmas day. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 20s and 30s. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the mid-30s in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Pullman, up through Kellogg, 32 tomorrow in Sandpoint. Your 7-day forecast, we are going to stay dry for the most part through Christmas Day, and then we bring in that chance of wet weather late Christmas into Tuesday. For the most part, a rain-snow mix in the valleys. I don't think there's going to be any accumulating snow. If your travel plans take you over the Cascade passes or the passes, look out 4th of July right after Christmas. Download that 4 News Now First Alert weather app so you can get that moment-to-moment up-to-date forecast 24 hours a day before you hit the road. Had, some consequences over Snoqualmie Pass for a lot of people today, which is just such a bummer to start off your Christmas holiday stuck on the pass for hours and hours.
Yeah, you don't want that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Chris, thank you so much, though. With this wild weather, you can go out and, or mild weather, I guess I should say, you can go out and enjoy the new section of the Children of the Sun Trail opening tomorrow in Northeast Spokane. The trail currently runs from the Wandermere area to Columbia Avenue on the north side of Hilliard. Tomorrow, the new section opens from Columbia south to Cleveland Avenue near the river. The trail parallels the North Spokane corridor, and eventually it'll connect with the Centennial Trail and the Ben Burr Trail. A Spokane doctor's breakthrough treatment could be a huge Christmas gift for people with kidney disease. Studying kidneys for decades, Dr. Catherine Tuttle says her interest in kidneys started with her patients. She saw many with kidney failure and wanted to do something about their suffering.
I'm just grateful to be here and be part of it. And to realize that we can now go to clinic and say we have hope for you. We couldn't say that for a long time.
Her team's groundbreaking discovery started from a Providence trial in 2022 with 714 patients. When a certain combination of inhibitors were combined, 70% of patients had substantial reduction in kidney damage. So now her team is taking the trial to a global stage. For the next 4 years, partnering with Oxford University, the trial will begin with 11,000 patients around the world. Well, it's the same old symptoms with a new name as the holiday travel peaks. A heavily mutated new COVID-19 variant called JN1 is spreading rapidly. With the exception of loss of taste or smell, it has the same symptoms of a cold or flu. Health officials say the variant is unlikely to cause a major strain on the health system. New on Nightside in Everett, a family of 6 is alive this Christmas thanks to the calm, quick thinking of a 10-year-old boy. Eric Wilkinson shares the story.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Despite the caroling, it's far from a traditional Christmas for the Lamar family. 4 kids, 2 beds, 1 hotel room, and a whole lot of chaos.
I will be committed on Tuesday to a sane asylum just for a debriefer, you know.
It started last Saturday when a fire broke out on the front porch of their Everett home. When smoke and flames started creeping inside, 10-year-old Remy was the family's first responder.
I was like, Mom, Dad, there's a fire coming through the door, and then they rushed down really quick.
Smoke started filling the home. Remy looked around and knew he had to act quickly.
It looked like a giant, gray ghost was about to get us. That was about to suffocate us.
As Mom and Dad scrambled to collect the children, Remy calmly led his little sister to their father, who brought the kids to safety.
In the realest moment of life, he performed like he knew it all along. So I'm just not going to question him anymore, dude. I mean, I'm letting him do my taxes, you know what I'm saying? And all that stuff.
They weren't able to rescue much from the house, let alone Christmas presents, but donations have been coming in to make sure the kids are taken care of. Some are calling Remy a hero. If that's the case, he's a humble one.
My gosh, don't call me that, please. I don't like that word to be said.
Most would probably call this a Christmas to forget, but Stephen calls it the best ever.
We have the gift of life. We have the gift of family. We have the gift of love.
And a grateful, emotional young Remy has one Christmas wish for all of you.
I want everyone who's watching, have a great Christmas.
Now, the cause of that fire is still under investigation. The family says their smoke alarms didn't go off. Fire officials say the best gift you can give your family this holiday is to make sure that yours are working. Around the nation now, a new report shows inflation rates are still steadily declining. The report from the Commerce Department shows the core personal consumption expenditures index, which includes volatile items like food and energy, came in at 3.2% in November. The Labor Department reported jobless claims are up slightly, but still remain at historically low levels.
What President Biden wants to know is this reaching middle-class families? We have a job market that, of course, has been strong for a long time. The unemployment rate below 4% for 22 months running. That is a 50-year record, and that's helping along with the easing of inflation.
The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates 11 times since March of 2022, making borrowing more expensive. But at its last 3 meetings, the Fed has left interest rates unchanged. President Biden has signed the more than $886 billion National Defense Authorization Act into law. That includes the biggest pay bump for service members in decades. The raise is a little over 5%. It also gives members an additional pay allowance to help with off-base housing and monthly expenses. Well, today, a man accused in an East Spokane murder nearly a year ago faced a judge. That's next on Nightside.
Later on Nightline, Dolly Parton, rock star at 77, her album of epic collabs with rock and roll legends. Plus, How to Dance in Ohio, a Broadway musical about autism, why the show speaks to everyone.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
92.9 CCU. CCU.
Time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Do more together. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $87.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
$3 pitcher night, a couple cocktails, an edible, and a nature documentary. What do all these people have in common? A friend like you, who offered a ride, or made sure they got in a ride share, or provided a couch to crash on. Thanks for keeping the roads a little safer tonight, Washington. Together, we get there.
4 News Now is brought to you by Lewis Clark State College, Career and Technical Education.
All right, welcome back. The second man accused in an East Spokane murder nearly a year ago appeared in court today. Investigators say Takeo Bay, seen here in court, teamed up with Elijah Harvey last December, to kill Carlos Thomas. Thomas's body was found in his car in an apartment complex parking lot in East Spokane on December 31st. He'd been shot twice. Investigators don't believe Bay was the shooter, but was involved in the killing. He's being held on $1 million bond. Meanwhile, the man police believe was the shooter remains in jail. Elijah Harvey appeared in court yesterday. According to court documents, Harvey's own mother cooperated with police to help them arrest him. He's also being held on $1 million bond. Dramatic video tonight out of Oklahoma showing a deputy rescuing a woman from a burning car.
Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back.
Well, the deputy was out on patrol when he saw the burning car and rushed in to help. The car door was jammed, so the woman couldn't get out. She also had suffered a broken ankle. He's able to break the window and pull the woman free. Moments later, the car was swallowed up by the flames. The woman is recovering from her injuries.
Get back, get back.
That hissing sound and those flames are from a truck carrying natural gas that crashed into a railroad overpass last night in Glenville, New York, and exploded. The driver reportedly told police he didn't see the low bridge warnings until it was too late. Witnesses say the flames were shooting 200 feet into the air. The driver suffered burns and was flown to a hospital near New York City.
Live activity has stopped, so we don't see any activity in the craters that were active yesterday.
The Icelandic volcano that blew up early this week appears to be dying down. Scientists say there is no current threat for the lava to reach a nearby town that's been evacuated since November, but there's little hope that people will be able to return to their homes anytime soon.
We can't control the nature, but the government should give us some answers. It's not good to leave people hanging for almost 7 weeks.
Iceland is one of Earth's most volcanically active areas with 32 active volcano sites. Well, police in Florida are searching for a man who decided to go fishing inside of a Bass Pro Shop. Officials are taking the case seriously because the fish he took is federally protected. According to investigators, this man stole a net off the shelf and used it to catch a 50-pound tarpon. In this video, you can see the suspect just heading toward the door with the fish still flopping around in the net. Some people believe this may be part of a social media stunt because in the video you can see people following him out of the store and it looks like they're recording him with the GoPro camera.
I think the depths that people go for likes and social media is becoming a detriment to society, really.
Even in the wild, Florida Fish and Wildlife prohibits anglers from taking tarpon out of the water if they're larger than 40 inches to keep them from dying. Well, the Washington State Cougars will be headed to the West Coast Conference next year. Coming up in sports, see what head coach Kyle Smith had to say about the move after coaching in the league for more than 20 years.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
3, 2, 1.
New Year's Rockin' Eve is popping off. Live with epic performances by 30 Seconds to Mars, Ellie Goulding, Green Day, Janelle Monáe, Ludacris, New Jeans, Post Malone, Renee Rapp, and more. Ryan Seacrest with co-host Rita Ora, Dayanara Torres, and Jeannie Mai.
It's the biggest party of the year.
Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, live on ABC.
I'll save it for next year.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody...
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandmother.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly.
With SoClean, daily maintenance is a snap. All you do is place your equipment in, close the lid, and walk away. Order now and get our premium kit that includes a SoClean 2, a replacement filter, pre-wash solution, and cleaning wipes at no extra cost. Get all this, plus free shipping. Call 1-800-985-3207. Order now and get our premium kit at no extra cost. Call 1-800-985-3207 or go to SoClean.com now.
Well, after almost 2 months, the Gonzaga Bulldogs came to the end of their non-conference schedule as they look to become the first team in the country with 13 wins. But they would have to get by a tricky New Mexico squad on the eve of the Christmas break in order to do so. Guard Kaylee Trong was out with a finger injury, but sister Kaylin had no problem picking up the slack as she buries a 3 to get the scoring started in the first quarter. But the Lobos, they came out to play today. Vion Cumber buries a triple of her own. Zags go into the second quarter only up by 1. Gonzaga tried to get a little bit of breathing room in that quarter thanks to their shooters. Trong knocks down another one from beyond the arc. Bulldogs shooting better than 52% from that range on the day. In the third quarter, a really awesome moment here. Bree Salenbean, playing in her first game in almost 22 months, gets a short floater to go after overcoming a torn ACL twice and a separate meniscus issue. Just being on the court and playing, that was incredible to watch. At the end of the quarter, Zags looking to pull away. Trong just beats the buzzer, gets the 3 to go, takes a little bow there. She goes for 12 points on the afternoon. But the pesky New Mexico squad just wasn't going away. Anya Angmon drives to the basket, and Lobos cut the lead down to 8. It was 15 at one point in the final period. Now that's when the Gonzaga really starts to puts the ball in the hands of their best player. Avon Ejim calls game there with a little fadeaway. Bulldogs win this one 67-56 to grab win number 13. But more importantly, the day belongs to Bree and what this means for her.
It's been a long time coming. I don't know. I thought I was coming back earlier, and then I got injured again, so it just kind of sucks. But, I mean, just go with the cards I was dealt, and it's super good to be back playing with my teammates. I love playing with them, and the feeling from the crowd was awesome.
I feel a little emotional just for her. She brings so much to our team, and she's done the best that she can to bring that stuff off the court throughout this time that she's been out. But having her on the court is her best asset to our team, and we're just better with her.
Now Gonzaga will get a nice long break as they're going to return to action on January 4th when they face off against Portland down in the Rose City. And in case you missed it, last night the Washington State Cougars left Spokane with a big win against Boise State, knocking off the Broncos 66-61 to improve to 9-2 and headed into Pac-12 play. But that win was coming off the heels of some big news that the Cougars are going to be moving to the West Coast Conference after this season on a temporary basis while they try to rebuild the conference. And while all the chaos and bad news have lasted for the last 5 months, head coach Kyle Smith had a little bit of a cheeky take on the initial reaction to moving to the WCC.
My first thought is like, if I can get the scaffolding, you know, maybe Jim can do this, and where I get to nail the crucifix up at the watchtower. So I mean, it's a Catholic league, right? I go as a Catholic. We're in the WCC. I just make sure the Washington State, the Jesuits. Are we Jesuits or Christian Brothers? But no, it's just a funky time. It's a great basketball league. No one knows it better than me.
Now, the Cougs will get a few days off for the Christmas weekend, but then it's right back to work. They're going to face off against Utah out in Salt Lake City to start Pac-12 play next Friday night. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
We are here in Israel, a nation at war, the worst attack in 50 years. Israel waging a fierce bombardment of Gaza.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family. With friends. No matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
Right now at Foothills Mazda, get 0% financing for 5 years and 0 down payment with approved credit on the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5. Shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Just a few sprinkles and flurries east of Coeur d'Alene left. A few isolated mountain snow showers in the northeast mountains. Otherwise, we're drying out tonight. We may start the day off with a few clouds, but I think we're going to see a fair amount of sunshine. High of 33 on Sunday. That is Christmas Eve. What is Santa bringing you, Derek?
Gosh, I really don't even know. We'll have to wait and find out.
I guess so.
All right, hey, wherever it is that you might be going for the holidays, have a great time. Be safe as you do so. And I know a lot of people, you're getting tired of being asked this question. Asking for a white Christmas. Not a great chance of it here in this area, but you just never know.
You never, yeah, good. There's a glimmer. It's not.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend and a great Christmas holiday. We'll see you next week.